The Bends is the second album by Radiohead, and it was released on the 13th of March 1995. After the rather lukewarm reception of their debut and the band's near constant touring, few were expecting much from Radiohead's sophomore effort. Even the members themselves were feeling disenchanted with the rock star lifestyle, and all the negativity surrounding Radiohead actually had an effect on the writing process of their follow-up, but not in the same way everyone thought it would. Oddly enough, the Bends turned out to be a huge financial success, hitting number 4 in the UK, as well as charting well all across Europe and in Australia. Unfortunately, it only managed to get to 88 in the States, their lowest performance in the land of the free to date. The Bends was also a critical success for its detailed, textured sound and abstract themes, and even to this day it's loved, appearing on many lists of the best albums of all time, including those of, but not limited to, Rolling Stone, NME, Q, and Virgin. Recorded at Abbey Road Studios, then RAK, and then at The Manor in Oxfordshire, The Bends sounds beautiful. Its songs are awash with lots of different textures, and they're all picked up really well. You might not notice them all the first time you hear it, but upon repeat listens, you definitely will, giving the Bends serious lasting appeal. Phil Selway shows himself to be a very capable drummer here, and I love the way his instrument sounds. The drums have a nice raw quality to them, but at the same time they don't sound too unprofessional either, as there's no ringing or unwanted recoil. Colin Greenwood's bass playing is fantastic too, as it actually sounds like he's playing melodies, as opposed to just playing boring droning sounds on the E string. On top of that, what he's playing rarely matches what the three guitarists are playing, so there is more textural variety. Moving on to the three-guitar attack of Ed O'Brien, Tom York, and lead player Johnny Greenwood, it seems impossible to really stress just how great they all are. But I'll try anyway. The rhythmic fretwork of York and O'Brien serves as a great foundation for Johnny Greenwood's exceptional lead playing. What's unbelievable is that Greenwood manages to convey so many different emotions throughout this album, and this is due to his dynamic playing style and careful use of effects. From the raw aggression of My Iron Lung to the loneliness and desperation of Nice Dream, these three axemen combine to produce music that is very easy to connect with and pleasant to listen to. Tom York is the one who provides vocals, and said vocals are another reason why the Bends succeeds. His angsty tenor voice also conveys a slew of varying emotions, as it has a healthy balance of hushed tones, falsetto yelps, and glass-shattering screams. But unlike most of his imitators, he applies the latter two only when it's absolutely necessary, and the result is something wonderful. Music videos were made for My Iron Lung, Just, Street Spirit, High and Dry, and Fake Plastic Trees. Pretty much all of these videos are excellent, with gorgeous imagery, intrigue, and suspense. High and Dry had a different video in the States though. Instead of featuring the band performing in the desert like in the UK version, it shows a series of customers in a cafe lip-syncing to the song, and there's a plot concerning a businessman and the time bomb too. In conclusion, The Bends is one of the greatest albums of all time, and it's also one of those albums where all the songs are magnificent. Although it doesn't lack the melodic hooks of Britpop, it was clear even at the time that this was something very different to the likes of Oasis and Pulp. Eschewing the stripped-down instrumentation of Britpop, Radiohead chose instead to embrace a more textured and angular style, and this made for an accessible rock album that was also thick with atmosphere. The multi-layered guitar work, haunting vocals, and cryptic lyrics of the Bends turned a band that looked like yet another one-hit wonder into one of the most acclaimed bands of the 90s. And it's because of all these things too that the Bends remains a benchmark of smart, sensitive, and emotionally resonant rock music.